Hey, welcome everybody. Happy Hump Day. This is Timmy here with Couture, and welcome tonight to our two-sided sign night. I always end up making two projects when I can't make up my mind, and this is definitely one of those nights where I'm having a hard time making up my mind about what it is I want to do. So I am super happy that you're here. If you're just jumping on in, be sure to say hi. And let me know, which is your favorite holiday to decorate for? Fall or Christmas or winter? So fall / Halloween or winter / Christmas? Because I have a special treat for you, and we're going to do a little bit of both tonight. So if you're just coming on in and you are watching me for the first time, welcome. My name is Timmy. I am a chalk couture designer, and that means that I get the pleasure of showing you how you can use chalk couture products to make some awesome, beautiful, easy DIY home decor. And we have some really great tools to make that happen. One of the best ways, I think, to be able to get a sense of how it all works is for me to show you and for you to try it. So hopefully by the end of tonight and our little session, you'll be inspired here to give it a try yourself. It's an awesome way to make some really beautiful decor that you can be proud of, that you can put in your home, or that you can give as gifts. And of course, I have lots of customers who create items to sell themselves and make a little bit of money. I have designers on my team who build a business with me. So there's lots of ways in which chalk couture really can enrich your life. Certainly it has enriched mine, and I am super glad that you are here along with me tonight. So let me switch our view here so that you can get a sense about what it is that we're going to be working on. And I just put my Chalk Couture website there down in the bottom left-hand corner. If you're coming on in and you're watching, as I said, it'd be great if you just come on in and say hello. Tell me what your favorite holiday is for decoration. We're going to be doing two holidays today, and I have a fly buzzing around me, so if you see me swat, it's because there is a fly in my room. The joys of summer, right? So why am I doing two projects tonight? Well, it kind of all started off because next week I have decided to hold a porch sign class at my house. And if you're local to me and you want to come, I still have probably room for two more people, but we are going to be creating those really tall porch signs, you know, with the letters that go all the way down. A lot of the women that are coming are choosing to use the word welcome. Cheryl, I believe, is coming and decided that she wanted to use the word gather. It is going to be using a piece of wood that I've gotten at Home Depot, so I had to do a little bit of experimenting a little bit about the surface and how I wanted to kind of prep it to get ready for the porch sign class. So that's kind of the precursor to how it is we got here and what it is we're doing. So on one side, I used some black exterior paint. Now, this is just a portion of the board that we're going to be using. Obviously, this is definitely not big enough for a porch sign. I bought 16 footers at Home Depot that of pre-primed wood, and had them cut it into 5-foot lengths for me. So those are going to be for the porch signs. So that left me with this little piece here left over, and I thought, okay, well, this is a good little sample for me to kind of test out what I want to do with prepping the surface that we're going to use. And I really saw some very interesting designs using black, and I was really kind of intrigued. So I used black exterior paint on here, and then I used a little bit of antique wax, and then I just kind of grunged it up a little by chalking the corners, so a little bit of the white came through. That was the prime. So it looks kind of old and weathered, and that's kind of the look I was going for. So that's one side. The other side is using wood stain, and all I did was brush on some gray wood stain on here, and then wiped it off And then same thing, put a little antiquing wax that I had lying around and just kind of roughed up the corners a little bit. So I had kind of two looks going here, and I was kind of curious about how they would look with our chalk paste. So that's what brings me to where we are tonight and what we're going to do with this. I figured, you know what, this would be really fun to do as a two-sided sign. Kind of two different looks for two different holidays. So the first side, this black side, seemed to be screaming either farmhouse or Halloween. So we have this really cute Halloween design, Boo to You, that I just thought would be really cute on the front of this. So that's what we're going to put on this one. It's a really simple design, very easy to do, and we'll walk through that. And then the second side is going to be our Christmas side, and this is going to be using our mistletoe. The word mistletoe will run across. It's got some berries. It's got little kisses included, a quite cute little bow, and then 25 cents for kisses. So I thought that was really cute, and I'm going to put it on this side. So that is what we're going to be working on tonight. So again, if you're coming on in, be sure to let me know which of those you think are the most interesting and which side board you would think you would like most if you were to create a wood board sign, porch sign. Love to hear your thoughts about that. So I'm just going to take a minute here before we go further and just make sure that I am sharing this post off to my Style Innovators community. That is my special community where me and all of my tribe gather and encourage each other and uplift each other. It's also where you can get some great specials and discounts and deals. Every month I do a drawing for a free product in that group. So if you're interested in joining, just type group in the comments anytime you're listening, and I'll be sure to reach out to you and let you know how you can get in. It's my Style Innovators group, as I said, and it's really the place where I just really like to be able to share some ideas and inspiration, and hopefully get some ideas and inspiration from all of you as well. So that's my Style Innovators community, and I'd love to have you join. Also, what I'd love if you would be so kind is to take a minute and while you're watching, give this a quick share. I would love it if there was someone that you knew that you thought would enjoy watching how we do this project, if you would share it with them. So that would be much appreciated. And I am just going to take a minute here also and make sure that you have my website address here in the Facebook post. So in case you want to go and check it out after we're done, you'll know where to get it. So I'm going to pin that right to the top, so we'll have it. And then lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick share over here, as I said, to my Style Innovators group, so that they know we're live as well. And then we're going to dive right in. So we're going to start, as I said, with, we are going to start with our Halloween design on the black side. So let's flip this over and let's get started. All right. So it is very toasty here tonight. Weather is a little iffy. I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to keep our electricity today, because the thunderstorms are supposed to be pretty wicked. Hopefully they will behave themselves. I am just going to take my Sharpie here and write Boo on the back. That's the way I'll know that this is the transfer sheet this goes back on when we're done. If you've not watched me before, let me tell you that one of the coolest things about our transfers is that they are not stencils. They are actually silkscreen designs, which means that they are reusable. So all you need to do is wash them off with water, and you can reuse them over and over again, usually about 8 to 10 times. So when I remove the transfer from the backer sheet it comes on, we're going to keep that backer sheet nearby because we're going to use it again when we're done and have cleaned off our transfer. I'm going to flip our transfer around on the sticky side, and I'm just going to use my fuzzing cloth here to kind of loosen up that adhesive a little bit, just so that when I put this down on my surface and I want to lift it back up, I'm going to be able to do that without stretching my silk screen. So these silk screens are fabric, and we don't want to stretch them. We want them to have tons of use. And so the best way to ensure that we'll get lots of use out of them is take really good care of them. The way we do that is just making sure that we don't stretch them when we pull them up. So super easy. We're going to use white, and I think for these cute little ghosts, I'm going to use some shimmer silver, one of my favorite paste colors. We've got 3 shimmer colors in the paste out this season. First one is the silver that we're going to be using tonight, and then we also have gold, copper, and a brand new red shimmer, which is going to be so gorgeous to use for holiday designs. It's got kind of glitter built into it, and that is makes it really nice and sparkly. So who doesn't like sparkly, right? If you like sparkly, tell me. I'd love to know if you are a sparkly, glittery person or you prefer no glitter. Always good to know. And I'm just going to give this second paste here a quick little stir. And every time we open our chalk paste containers, it's a good idea to go ahead and just give them a good stir. Just make sure that they are the consistency of either yogurt or sour cream. I hear some people call it like cake batter. But generally speaking, those are the kind of consistency that you want. If it feels a little thick or it's not stirring up really easily, just add a little squirt of water and that will take care of it. And we're going to start, I think, with the silver. And we're just sticking our squeegee. This is what we're going to use to be able to spread the chalk paste over the surface of our screen. And we're just going to put enough on to get that covered. And the first little guy is all set. And here comes the second guy. So we don't need a whole lot of paste. Really just enough to cover that screen, and we can actually go over this and get up the excess in a little bit. I'm going to hold off doing that until I finish with the white, because this chalk paste is made out of paste. It's not paint, and so because of that it will dry pretty quickly, so you want to kind of move so that it doesn't dry on the surface of your screen. So just kind of move at a good pace. Try not to fool with it too much. Just spread it over. And it's okay if it starts off initially thick, because we are going to take this squeegee and get off any excess. So I'm putting it on fairly liberally here. And as you can see how fast this is, we're going to be done with this project here in about 2 minutes. So the longest thing we'll have to wait for is it to dry so we can flip it over. But I have a little trick that I'll share with you about what we're going to do to make it dry a little faster. So now, since my whole screen now is covered, all I want to do is just pick up the excess paste and put it right back in the jar so we can use it again. So really economical, you don't need a whole lot. And don't be afraid of using a little bit of elbow grease here to get up that excess. You don't need a whole lot, and if you can see the screen again through it, then you know that you have pulled up enough. Same thing here with our silver shimmer. And we'll just put that excess right back into the jar. Now I do have a water bath here next to me, so I'm going to stick my little stir stick and my squeegee into the water and let it soak until I'm ready to clean it. And that's all it takes, is a little bit of water to clean. That's it. And then watch this. Look at how cute the little guy is. And we're just pulling that slowly back to reveal the design. That's it. Isn't that super cute? Easy, easy peasy. This is going into the water bath, sticky side down, and we'll just let that soak while we go on to our next side. So that was it. Wasn't that super fast? Super easy, right? So cute. Easily you can create this board yourself. You can just go and have it cut for you at Home Depot, and they will take care of that, or any home goods store that you have. And if we want to kind of hurry this along in terms of drying, you can use a hair dryer, or I have a little heat tool here, so I'm going to use that. And that will just kind of help hurry this along. so we can go and work on the other side. So what do you think of this side? I love it already. One of my teenies and I will be participating in a vendor event coming up next month, and so we are going to be bringing a few of our finished projects along with us to show as samples and to sell. So I think this will be a really fun one to bring along. Now I do notice that when I use the shimmer paste that it does take a little bit longer for the shimmer paste to dry than the regular chalk paste. So I am going to give it one more quick blast. Hey Jan, welcome for coming in. So Jan, are you a Halloween and fall decorator or a winter and Christmas decorator? Which do you prefer? Which one do you like best? I always know that's a really hard question to ask people because I think that we want to decorate them for the all. If we like to decorate, generally speaking, we like it all, right? All right, so that feels pretty good. And let me just test out a little corner here. Great, yeah, I think this feels pretty good. I think we are dry. So we've got a little nice little shimmer. I don't know if you can see that shimmer here a little bit in our cute little ghosts. And then the white chalk paste that we used for the boo. So that's it. One side is done and complete. Now the second side is going to use a layering technique. So it's going to take a little bit longer to do. But again, we're going to, just want to make sure this is really still dry. It's good, good, good. We'll use our heat tool to kind of hurry things along so that you can see how it goes. So here we go. Our second transfer of the night is this darling mistletoe transfer. This is one of our brand new transfers, as was our Boo to You transfer. They came out in our new catalog release of fall and winter items, and lots of great fun projects to think about doing in time for the holidays. So if you're one of those people that like to get a kick on things and start early, then you can definitely grab some of these awesome designs and start playing with them. So this is a multi-piece transfer, so you'll see that there are little white lines here on the transfer, and those are the cut lines. We're going to just use those to cut out the various pieces of this transfer. And we've got the mistletoe berries here down below, and we've got a pretty little ribbon that's going to be cute. I think we're going to make that yellow. We've got red berries. I think the word mistletoe and this cute little kisses included are going to be white. And then we've got some green for our mistletoe. So I've got some great, beautiful green colors out this fall. A pretty evergreen, which is going to be great for the season. And there's a pesto, which is really pretty as well. So lots of options for the greens of the holidays. I don't have all of my brand new colors in yet, so we're actually using an older color that I had. It's called Parakeet, so it's a little bit brighter. And I forgot to write mistletoe on here, so I'm going to do that so I don't forget which one this goes on. And let's do these all so I don't forget. 25 cents. We've got our ribbon. Berries. And these are just for you, so you don't have to worry about if they're perfect. Mistle, I'm going to put word, just so I know they're different. I'm sure the different shapes will clue me in. And then the last one, kisses included. I love that. All right. So there we go. So we've got all the pieces. Oh, now I got Sharpie on me. It'll never come off. And again, we're just fuzzing this transfer to, again, loosen the adhesive a little bit so that when we go to lift this transfer, it's going to lift up really easily and nice and clean. Now, this has some registration marks here. That's going to help us to be able to line up where those berries should go. The problem is we are working on a surface that's not erasable. So if I remembered to have my placement tape here, which I did not, we could have used that to stick under here, and that would have allowed us to make the mark on the placement tape instead of on the board. So if you find that you like using these registration marks and you're working on a permanent surface that's not erasable like this wood board is, that's one option that you can do, is just put the placement tape right here under here. You can use washi tape or painter's tape, really whatever you want, but Couture does sell some really great placement tape, and it's great for helping measure distances as well. So you could do that. I'm gonna wing it here because I don't have my placement tape nearby. There's always one thing it seems like I forget to grab, and tonight it was the placement tape, but I think I'll be able to line this up without too much difficulty. So we're gonna start with stirring our chalk paste again, and then we are going to first do these beautiful mistletoe. Looking for my cover there. Here we go. And then we're just gonna take our squeegee and just go ahead and pull the chalk paste over the screen. Super easy, right? So relaxing too, I find. It's just so easy to clean up. There's not a lot of mess. It doesn't take a lot of time, and you end up with such gorgeous results every time. Believe me, every time it comes out just the way you hope it does. So that is super exciting. All right, so here we go. Just wiping off any excess. Make sure there's no lines. And it's only the areas where the screen is that we have to worry about chalking. That green area is nothing that we need to be concerned about. And I don't think we're using the green again, so I'll stick that here, and here we go. Look at that, how cute and perfect. That just lifts right up. Gorgeous, right? Easy peasy, easy peasy. Again, just put your transfer down into the water bath and let it sit. Now, we are going to put the word mistletoe over the top. So we need to let this dry before we do that. We also want to add the berries, but we need that green to dry first, and then of course we want to add the bow. So there's a bunch of things we want to add, but we're going to need to wait till they're dry. But we don't have to wait for the little 25 cents. So let's do that. I think I'm going to go with red, same as the berries, for the 25 cents. And grab another stir stick here. Give this a little stir. And if you are watching, again, I would love to hear your thoughts about the colors of the board. If you have a vote, it'd be great to hear it for when my porch sign comes. I'm kind of curious what your thought is, if you like the kind of rustic weathered barn look with the gray, or the more rustic looking black. That's awfully helpful for me to know. And also, if you are local to me and you decided you want to come and check out that class, you just let me know, and we'll see if we can find a spot for you. Oh, who else out there just loves decorating? I love decorating. It's one of the most fun things, I think, that I really like to do, and I especially like it when it's so super easy. Hey, I see Lisa is here with us. Welcome, Lisa. And I'm just going to give this a quick little dash here to dry it up. And it looks like I see some comments that I can't see. Let's see. There we go. Sometimes my app doesn't tell me when things are coming in. So if you're chatting with me and I did not hear you, I apologize. So this was a nice bright green, but again, you could do the evergreen or the pesto, which is a little bit darker. And it just does dry pretty quickly, and you can see as I rub my hands over it, it is not coming off on my hands, so we don't have to worry about that. I think we're ready for the next step here of adding in our berries. So again, just give this a little bit of a fuzz. And I'm gonna a little eyeball it here really about where these are going. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. We've already got our red open. I think, oh, I was gonna say, did I put my squeegee away? Nope, there it is. So dip that in, and it's just a few little berries here that we need to do. Again, you don't have to worry about those registration marks. We did not use them, so we don't want to chalk them. And I'm not sure if I'm done with the red yet or not, so I'm going to leave that there just in case I decide I want to use it again. And then look, easy peasy, right? Cute, cute. Every time I pull that up, I just am amazed. I know, Lisa, isn't it so awesome? I cannot wait to have you try it and chalk. Did you do your little tag that we dropped off the other day? I'm loving to hear how it's going, if you did. So here again, just giving it a blast. Now, if you didn't want to have, you know, a drying tool, it's fine, you don't need to. Literally, it will take about 3 or 4 minutes for it to dry. I am just using it because since we're going here live, it's just a little bit easier to take care of it without worrying that you're waiting for me to finish up. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to open up the yellow, because the yellow is what I'm going to use for the little ribbon that's going to go at the top. And then lastly, we're going to put that mistletoe word right over this. And I guess we have to decide about this kisses included. I wonder if we want to make that red. So you tell me what you think. I would love to know. Amy, I thought Halloween was your fave, or was that your son? I can't remember. When we first met, what was the first transfer that you got that you were so in love with? Wasn't it a Halloween one? Or am I thinking of something else? I can't remember. Well, it's great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Nice to talk to you, as always. Okay, so I am finding this yellow feels a little thick, but it's not too thick. See, it is falling off of our stirring stick here pretty easily. So, and we're gonna only be using it for a really small area, so I'm not gonna worry too much. But you can never really go wrong if you defuzz, if you add a little water to that. So just know that that's not really gonna hurt too much of anything. All right. So let's see where this bow is going. I think right about here works. And this is, there's no right or wrong answer. You can totally, you know, work it where you think. If you want this to be in a different location, these do have adhesive, but you can absolutely pick them back up and move them around. And it looked a little crooked there for me, so I'm gonna move it around. And add in the yellow. And this is our bumblebee yellow. The other pretty color I think that would look really nice is the shimmer, the gold shimmer. That would be a pretty bow color. Or the copper shimmer, that would be really fun too, I think. So, I mean, one of the things that I really like is the versatility of how that you can use our chalk paste and our transfers really on all sorts of surfaces. Like I said, this is just a wood board that I painted and waxed. And I waxed it really more because I wanted to kind of give it an antique look. And once you paint your board, you really don't have to worry about doing anything special to prep it to actually use our chalk paste on it. Like I said, I just did it to kind of give it a little bit of an extra pizzazz. So here we go. See what we've got so far? So the last thing that I think we want to add is our word mistletoe. Now, since we've got a white board, I'm wondering if that white is not going to show up as much as we might like. So what do you think? Should we do a different color? Should we go gray? The silver maybe that we were using on the front side of the board? What do y'all think? I think white's not going to show up quite as much as we might like because it's on this white surface. Well, I think we should go with this silver. That's what I'm voting for the silver. What do you think, folks? All right, here we go. We'll bring out some of the gray tones of the background of the board too, I think, which will be nice. So we're just doing what we call a layering technique. You just need to make sure that the the bottom layer is totally dry before you layer over the top of it. And also just don't want to use so much chalk paste on the top layer that you reactivate the paste that's on the bottom. So nice thin layer, and put the excess back in. Oops, little blob, there we go. And hopefully we won't have any problems pulling this up and taking up any other piece. And we did not. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. There it is. All right. Oh, yeah, darker green probably would have been a great choice as well. Good idea, Lisa. I didn't wait long enough for your response. And we've got this last little piece here for kisses. I think we're going to go with red. Let's keep it in the theme here and finish it up with our red. And I think this is going to work perfect. It's actually not actually on the end of our mistletoe at all. So I think that'll be really pretty. Make that pop. And believe it or not, that brings us to the end of our project. And in just 30 minutes, I showed you how to create 2 projects on one board. And as you could see, it probably doesn't take 30 minutes. It was just all of my gabbing in between. And there we go, kisses included. And it's done. Yay, look at that, cute, cute. And on our other side is our boo to you. So what do you think? Nice 2-sided sign. Yeah, definitely. I think the silver did kind of pop a little bit, especially and brought out some of this gray tones of the board. This board was something it was a white primed board, and so I just used a little bit of gray wood stain that I had in the garage. So it kind of brought out that wood stain a little bit, and I think kind of made it work well together. So awesome. Well, that is it, folks. I hope that you had fun and you enjoyed watching. Let's see. You can see me now instead of our whole project. I want to thank you so much for being a part. If you're interested in grabbing any of these projects, the chalk paste and the designs are all available on my website. You can see that right there at the bottom, and it's also pinned to the top of our live here. And if you have any questions about what goes with what or what surfaces might be best, if you want to grab one of ours, just let me know. We have some great ones. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a chalk couture designer, or even if you would love to get a brand new transfer delivered automatically to your door every month, we have a great monthly subscription program called Club Couture. Just $19.99 a month, and you get a brand new exclusive design plus 3 chalk paste singles delivered every month, so that's awfully cool. So if you have any desire to learn more about that, just go ahead and put club in your comments, and I'd be happy to chat with you. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great night. Stay dry. Hopefully thunderstorms have gone and they're past, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.